Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am sharing with you all my skincare favorites of 2023. I have a lot of product to share with you all today, and I will keep the reason why these are my favorites very brief. I will try to link videos on any of these specific products in the bottom bar for you in case you would like to reference them. All of the products will also be linked for you down below. Some of these may be repeats from previous years as well. Let me start by linking the 2022 version of this video up above, but I will try not to mention Drunk Elephant Tea Firma, FARMACY Honeymoon Glow, Drunk Elephant TLC Sukari Baby Facial. Some of those products I still used in 2023. I remember using C Firma as well, a whole full-size unit, juicy full-size unit of that. I have tried very hard, oh so very hard, to strictly stick to products that I have used in 2023 and reviewed in 2023. There are, however, some exceptions. So, without further ado, let's get to today's video. I do want to start with something that, again, I feel like it's a surprise for me, but I have had, you know, some very challenging times in 2023, and sometimes I don't feel like washing my face. And as an esthetician, that is very hard. But I am also a real person who goes through very hard times. And by hard times, I mean I am just lazy. I do have lazy skincare routines, but I understand I am a human being. I am a person that sometimes you just absolutely cannot wash your skin. You cannot double cleanse every night. I am human. So when I don't have the energy for that, I do use the Bioderma Micellar Water Makeup Remover. This cleanses and soothes. This is for sensitive skin. I do also use it with the makeup eraser, which is right here. And she is dirty, she is filthy, she is right here, she is here, she is present. This year, I feel like lazy nighttime skincare routines happened or have been happening a lot more in the winter time. I feel like this summer I did very well, double cleanse my skin morning and evening. It is just December that has been, November, December has just truly been kicking my butt. So I have used this. I like it, removes the makeup. I make sure to not just do one wipe. I will do like 2 to 3 wipes to really just get it all off. I enjoy this. I would highly recommend this. I would say it's one of the more expensive micellar waters out there, but I feel like it's quite effective. Cleanser, Josie Marin Pineapple Enzyme Pore Clearing Cleanser. I really like this. I like this so much that I emptied it so fast. 2 to 3 pumps of this. I would use this as an AM cleanser, as a nighttime cleanser. I feel like it really did help to manage or keep my pores clean. This year, I don't feel like I dealt with loads of congestion, and this does have pineapple enzymes here which help to digest any dead cellular debris. I enjoy this morning and evening, and this doesn't have an awful smell at all. Just smells like pineapple. It was a nice favorite during the summer as well. Something that I had opened a while back, but really enjoyed this year is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow PHA and BHA Pore Tight Toner. This is hydrating and pore refining. I have not used the Murad Hydrating Toner, and I want to say about a year now. I think I emptied my last unit in 2022, and that is my absolute must-have. Used so many of those hydrating toners for a full decade. It was my go-to, and perhaps I will revisit. But out of all of the toners I tried this year, and quite possibly in 2022, this is the most hydrating, and it is one of my most watched reviews as well. This may be the reason why I didn't deal with loads of congestion, because it is, again, pore refining, but this is so hydrating, but not overly hydrating to where you feel like you have a filmy layer on the skin. Just hydrating enough to where you feel balanced, refreshed, and truly hydrated. I am almost out of this, and there is a lot of product in here. I feel like I have been going through this 4 months now, and it is not yet empty. I apply a very healthy amount to the skin morning and evening. This does not tingle at all. I feel like it's great for all ages as well, no matter if you're 13 to, you know, if you're 39 like me. Love this. Another toner that I did review on my channel is the FARMACY Brighten Up 3% TXA Dark Spot Toner with azelaic acid and PHA. Out of these two toners, this is the most, I would say, exfoliating. This is the most hydrating. If you are wanting a hydrating toner, out of these two, I would try this. However, if you are dealing with dull, uneven toned, lackluster skin, give this a go. This is great. This gave my skin the most amazing glow this year. When I was testing this, whether I had this on my skin or not, I had a glow. I'm not opening this, but you can check out the video to see how the product looks on my skin. But those, I would say, were the standout toners of 2023. Now on to serums. Let's start with a C serum, because I didn't really try many. I did try an expensive one, but that didn't make the price tag worth it for me. But one that I have truly enjoyed, and that has been towards the end of the year, is the Paula's Choice 25% vitamin C and glutathione clinical serum. This is for all skin types. It's perfect for sun-damaged skin, uneven tone. It's supposed to stimulate collagen and firm the skin. I am truly like, I have about this much product left. The only thing that I do not like about this is the smell, but it was not enough to be a deal breaker for me. This has been my go-to AM serum since I began testing this product. I use about 2 pumps to cover the face and neck, and then I bring whatever I can down to the chest area. This is a vitamin C derivative, so if your skin does not do well with topical application of L-ascorbic acid, give this a go. They do have a small travel size unit, so if you do not do well with scents, and I mean scent in a natural ingredients type of scent. This is not fragranced. The smell that I get from this comes from the ingredients themselves. So if you are sensitive to smells, perhaps pick up the smaller sized unit if you're interested, but this does kind of smell like Nair hair removal. It does not linger on the skin, of course, but it does kind of remind me when I am applying this over the skin in the morning. I feel like it was my favorite vitamin C product. I do want to test out the May Love vitamin C product after I finish this, so a review on that will come to you in 2024. Of the vitamin C products that I did try this year, this is my favorite. My absolute favorite, of course, is Drunk Elephant Sea from Fresh, but that has been mentioned in my favorites videos like literally every year, and I did empty a full-size unit of that this year. But you know, I promised I wouldn't mention it, so there, I am done mentioning it. A hydrating facial serum that I enjoyed this year is the Medicate Hydrate B5 Intense. This had the most hydrating ingredients of all of the hydrating serums I reviewed this year. I still reach for this when my skin is feeling parched, dry, dehydrated, which hasn't really been that much at all this winter. So, I mean, we'll see. I am more than halfway through this. I have about that much left, so I'm sure I'll empty it. But Medicate was definitely a brand that really stuck out for me and delivered results, which is why I also favorited the Medicate Cristal Retinol 6. This is a stable retinol night serum. Now, I love this for a couple of reasons. The packaging is great, keeps the ingredients nice and stable. It's a tube, you're not opening anything, you're not dipping your hands into anything. This, I felt like, kind of smoothed my skin out overnight without feeling too drying. This is a retinol serum, so it's one step below retinoic acid. So you have retinol down here, and then you have retinol here, and then you have retinoic acid. So retinol takes 2 conversions to reach the retinoic acid, whereas retinol is just 1 conversion here. And what I love about this is that it didn't irritate my skin, it didn't dry me out, it didn't cause me to peel or flake at all. Another thing that I love about this range in particular is that they offer different strengths. So wherever you are in your retinol or your retinol journey, you can find something that will work for you. At the Medicate website, there is a strength finder test where you can find the strength that will work for your skin. So if you're a newbie, you can start with level 1. If you have used retinol before, if you have used tretinoin before, you could probably start here at level 6, just as I did, and then work your way up to level 10 and level 20. And every level has a different strength of retinaldehyde. So this was my favorite, at least one of my favorites. I could not complete this video without mentioning this as well. This is a Paula's Choice Triple Active Total Repair Serum with hexyl resorcinol, retinoid, and niacinamide. So you have really nice ingredients here, the retinoid and the niacinamide. So if we are on that ladder, this is below, Medicate is above, and then we have, we'll show you, Retin-A. While this gave me smoothing effects, I feel like this had more of a firming effect on my skin. This again was not drying as well, non-irritating. It was just perfect. I really enjoyed trying this product. These are kind of like things that I hope to empty soon as well. This targets lines, discoloration, and loss of firmness. So if you feel like you're starting to sag a little bit, perhaps give this a go. If you're dealing with uneven tone as well, give this a go. Niacinamide there will also help to minimize transepidermal water loss, pore size. Great price point. Like these 2 Paula's Choice products, great price points, not going to break the bank. Now on to eye products. Here I have the Drunk Elephant A-shaba Complex Eye Serum. Now they revamped this formula. The older formula had kind of like a minty blue, minty green shade to it, and now this contains retinol. Now I love retinol for the eyes at a low concentration, of course, and this is the 2nd unit that I have used this year already. It has a very similar consistency to the previous formula as well. Really nice packaging to keep the ingredients nice and fresh for you. I love using this at night only. I think maybe I used 2 or 3 other eye creams, but 2023 was the year of Wake Up Honey Eye Cream. I use this morning and evening as well. This is the 3rd unit I have used of the FARMACY Wake Up Honey Eye Cream. I will apply this at night and then layer this over top, and then during the day I will use the Murad Targeted Eye Depuffer and then layer this over top that. This is the 3rd unit. I just can't say enough about this. I feel like it has helped improve under eye circles for me. And this year, I feel like the thing that really helps with my dark under eye circles is, of course, you know, getting those 8 hours of sleep. Recently, I have not been doing that. And the other thing that helps me is minimizing my alcohol intake, which I haven't done as well. You know, sometimes I'm feeling good about not drinking and sometimes I just need a drink. But minimizing alcohol intake really just helps to erase those dark under eye circles on me personally. And I have not done that. And I feel like this has really just kind of helped with that the tiniest bit. This was a surprise to me, but these were a favorite of 2023, the Ulla Henriksen Banana Bright Vitamin CC Sticks. These came to me in March and they literally sat in this room until I came back from vacation. And then I'm like, ooh, what are those? And I tried them, I want to say spring, summer, and then the review came like late summer. I used all three. I kid you not. I used all three, but I think my favorite was apricot here. That's how much I have left of the apricot shade. So I would use that all over the under eye, and then I would use banana on the inner corner. And that is how much I have left of banana. If my dark under eye circles were alive and well, I would use the shade pumpkin, but of course I have loads of pumpkin, so I didn't really reach for this that much, but I did, as you can see, reach for the other two shades. So I would use Wake Up Honey Eye Gel first, and then the CC sticks as a color corrector. And they did not interfere with my makeup at all, my concealer, my powder, no ma'am. And they really did a good job at diffusing the appearance of those dark under eye circles. I also feel that by using these products together, it really helped to kind of even out some of the discoloration or uneven tone I had on my under eyes, and also of course the retinol here, just because I look at myself really close, and I know I shouldn't, but when I look at my under eyes before, I felt like I had some uneven tone, and now I feel like it's a lot less noticeable. So I will give those three products credit for that. I will say that I didn't try a lot of skincare. If things worked for me, I would use them. And sunscreens, I feel like I didn't use a lot. I feel like I play with a lot of sunscreen, but this was not the year for that. The only sunscreen that I feel like really caught my attention was the Paula's Choice Youth Extending Daily Hydrating Fluid. Now, these are kind of like my go-to for Friday, Saturday dog walks. So I'll start off with this, of course, then use 2 pumps of this, and then apply a healthy amount of the sunscreen. And this reapplies nicely, without pilling, without feeling heavy, gives the skin such a nice glow, and it is an SPF of 50. Just a lightweight lotion. It almost reminds me of the Summer Fridays SPF, which I loved and would love to revisit as well. But I really enjoyed this. No white cast with this, and this is chemical sunscreen. Moisturizer, I will mention the Josie Marin. I'll throw in a picture of it here just because I emptied that, and it was a very basic AF moisturizer, but I loved it. And I loved it because it was just basic, and it allowed me to test loads of products without perhaps throwing in the factor of this having something to alter the results or my thoughts on a product. It was versatile. It worked over retinol, over acids, over peptides, over boosters, you name it, it works well over it. No scent. I would say that that's perfect for sensitive skin as well. Personally, it just worked for me during night, not at all during the day. The only other thing I tried during the day is the Lawless Moisturizer, which I have here. And I almost put this in my fails, but I'm still using this, so clearly it's not that it failed me and I forgot about it. So I still use this as a moisturizer, not so much a primer. But the Josie Maran moisturizer, very basic. I would say a little high on the price point for it being as basic as it is, but I enjoyed it, so I'm gonna say it's a favorite. Another moisturizer favorite is the Paula's Choice Barrier Repair Advanced Moisturizer. This is again another nighttime only moisturizer. I could not wear this during the day. Although it's a lotion, it feels rich. And this has done a great job at moisturizing my skin. I still feel like I need to moisturize during the day after I use this. My skin soaks it up really nicely and it smooths and it diffuses the appearance of fine lines because it hydrates and moisturizes the skin so well. Love that this is not scented. I love the pump here as well. You're not dipping a spatula or your fingers or anything into this at all. This does say moisturize PM, so maybe it's just for nighttime use. But I love this. Nice price point as well. Not gonna break the bank. I use about 1.5 to 2 pumps of this. I don't think that this has made it into a favorites, but this is the Drunk Elephant Virgin Marula Luxury Facial Oil. Last year favorites was the Alpha H Golden Haze Oil, which I emptied, so I'm not going to mention it, but that was such a good oil. This year I find myself reaching for this much more. Usually 2 to 3 drops does the trick for me, but this is rich in omega-6 and 9 fatty acids, antioxidant rich, very nourishing facial oil. Just a delight to use. There are of course dupes, but I just love the brand. Let's move on to treatments and some extras. Josie Maran Whipped Argan Pineapple Enzyme. This was a good, very basic face scrub. This is on the pricier side, I will admit. I loved the feel of the scrubby scrubs here. I love that there are enzymes here. These came to me as a set, and I do have a sensitivity to physical exfoliation. It's the friction that can kind of trigger a rash on me personally. I like to use this in the shower, so I'll work it into the skin, and then as I shower, I don't take extremely hot showers, but whatever steam, whatever warmth is available, I feel like typically activates the enzymes so that I can really just polish the skin. Very gentle. One of the things I did learn by trying loads of Josie Maran products this year is that they are sensitive skin friendly, so if you have sensitive skin, just check out Josie Maran. You may find something that you enjoy. The physical exfoliators here were not gritty at all. They didn't feel, like a heavy exfoliation, which isn't what I typically look for in a facial scrub. I like my exfoliation more chemically, but this was a nice physical exfoliant. This I feel like came out late last year or early this year. But I have the Bouncy Bright Facial by Drunk Elephant. 10% azelaic acid and 1% salicylic acid. This also helped promote an even tone on my skin. I tried using this during the day because they did kind of mention using this as the last step in your AM or daytime, in your AM or PM routine. I'm sorry, it's just getting late. But this did not work out for me at all for daytime use. It just felt like I had so much going on. So I definitely preferred using this at night. My favorite way to use this was after TLC Framboos Nighttime Serum, and then this. Beautiful skin the next day. I know I said I was going to gift this to my mom, but I know that some of you all think that I do not need this, but I will mention this. This is the Murad Retinol Resculpt Overnight Treatment. This didn't necessarily have like an anti-acne effect on my skin, but I feel like it did kind of plump the skin overnight, if you will. I do want to revisit this, especially because I feel like I have the tiniest amount of jowling happening, so I want to delay, of course, as much as I can. So I will try to revisit this. This does smell exactly like the rest of the Retinol Youth Renewal range by Murad. So if you love it, perhaps give this a go. This is, however, on the pricier side. So unless you really do kind of need a lifting or a contouring effect on the skin, I wouldn't necessarily pick this up. Plus, if you click that review, some of the comments underneath that particular review speak more to the results users got from this product, so I would read those as well. And that is why I reviewed that product, because I really did enjoy the ingredients here, but I wanted to learn more from the viewer, and I wanted to give the viewer more of a voice in that particular review. Next, I have something I haven't mentioned here on the channel, but I have used in a couple of reels or shorts. But this is the Perricone MD Hyaluronic Intensive Hydrating Mask. I have really enjoyed this towards the end of the year, and it is a drying hydrating mask. This is lightweight. This has not congested my skin or caused me to break out, but I feel like it just gives the skin a nice little hydrated, glowy look. The Peter Thomas Roth Collagen Hydrogel Face and Eye Patches. I did use these on the laugh line today, and that is what I love about these. So comes with a little picker-upper here. But you have 3 different sized hydrogel patches. So the ones in the center go on your laugh lines, and the ones on the side go on your eyes. Really enjoyed these. Peter Thomas Roth makes some of the best hydrogel patches in my opinion. Primer that I enjoyed the most was the Glow Recipe Strawberry BHA Pore Smooth Blur Drops. I did try drugstore ones, and those contained drying alcohols within the formula, so I prefer these because there are no drying alcohols within this formula. And when I did use this, I focused primarily on my forehead and my chin area, where I tend to break out or where my pores are more visible. Sometimes I would use it here along the inner portion of the cheeks as well, and I found this to work very nicely. Even after removal, I could see the pores just looking a lot less noticeable. Another thing that I feel like has helped to promote more of an even tone has been the Drunk Elephant Be Goldy Bright Drops. Now, I like to store this upside down for easier access in the morning, but I love how versatile these can be as well. I can mix this in my foundation, I can mix this in my moisturizer, I can mix this with Firma Fresh, and it gives the skin just a nice glisten, a nice luminosity. You can also just use this on the high points of your cheeks for like a highlighted, dewy look. This contains niacinamide, another ingredient that helps with pore size, transepidermal water loss, and it also helps to promote an even tone. I do want to use Debronzy again, but I just keep reaching for these on a daily basis, even after I uploaded my review. I feel like it was mentioned in my 2022 product faves, but I'll mention this again just because it was my go-to spot treatment of 2023. It is the Murad Deep Relief Acne Treatment with Soothing Phytosteroid. I'll link my review up above, but I had a pretty major breakout here along this area that lasted, I would say, about a month, and it was when I was you know, just picking at my skin anxiously, which I do not recommend at all. The way my anxiety exhibits itself is by picking at the skin. So I haven't been doing that much at all towards the end of the year, but in the middle kind of summer, I was trying to find things that did not exist. And that would in turn cause breakouts. And literally in about 24 hours, this minimizes redness, inflammation, and I feel like it minimizes the length and longevity of a breakout if you use it fast enough. But in my case, I just kept on picking at my skin, so the breakout lasted longer. I enjoy using this after toning. So I would cleanse, tone, spot treat with this, sometimes, you know, applying it in that forehead area, sometimes the chin, and sometimes I would also go in before my cycle ends. I would use it as kind of a preventative. And I feel like I haven't really had loads of chin breakouts towards the end of the year, but definitely in the middle, I caused a lot of damage. This is my last favorite, and it is the Lawless Forget the Filler Overnight Lip Plumping Mask. This was generously sent over to me by Lawless. I have the Juicy Watermelon shade, but I have loved this so much. This is one of the only like lip treatments that when I use it overnight, my lips wake up moisturized and not dry at all. So it has been my go-to nightly since it got here. So I feel like I have been talking for 500 hours today, but that is all I have. I am sure I forgot something, and if I did, I'll try to link it in the bottom bar as well. But as of today, those are my favorite products of 2023. Let me know what your favorite products of 2023 are in the comments down below. Do we share any favorites? Let me know as well. I do want to extend my sincere gratitude towards those of you who watch my videos all the time, who find me informative, those of you who watch and comment. Like, it just really means the world to me. And yeah, I love you guys, and I hope to see you in 2024. Bye.
After the news broke, that's not really a defeater.
We're back. My product favorites. Take two. I think they're called tongs or thongs.